Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that. Coinbase is up 8% on Friday to $179 per share. They're the stock that we talked about in our last video. So if you want to update on Coinbase, make sure you watch that last video. In this video, we're going to be talking all about Nvidia because they are reporting earnings this week. So make sure you stay throughout the entire video because we're going to be doing an update earnings on not only Nvidia, but some of the other big reporters that are due this week. Remember, Nvidia is up 32% in the last month. And there it is. We can see Nvidia is reporting Wednesday after the close. Now, remember, Monday, the stock market was closed due to George Washington's birthday, specifically President's Day. Okay, but Tuesday before the open, the stock market is back in full effect. Before we go over the earnings calendar, just slap a big thumbs up on this video, subscribe on YouTube with post notifications on, and share this video with a friend. So we have Walmart before the open, which is an exciting earnings report because Walmart is a big factor in how the overall economy is doing. We have the Home Depot, which is interesting for home repairs to see if people are putting more money into their home repairs and houses and real estate in general. We have Barclays. Moving on to Tuesday after the close, we have Solar Edge, Realty Income, Teladoc. Not much going on Caesars. Wednesday before the open, we have Wix, Wingstop. Not much going on again. Wednesday after the close, it starts to heat up because we have Nvidia, Rivian, and Etsy and Lucid all reporting on the same day. We also have Marathon Oil, Suncor, and Dutch Bros reporting that day. Thursday before the open, we have Moderna, Nikola, Fiverr, Wayfair. Okay, and then Thursday after the close, we have Square or Block, ticker symbol SQ. We have Carvana and Intuit. Now, Friday before open, we have Warner Bros. Discovery, which is a very interesting stock. So for notable earnings of the week, we have Walmart, Home Depot, Teladoc, Toll Bros, Wingstop, Wix, Nvidia, Rivian, Etsy, Lucid, Moderna, Fiverr, Wayfair, Block, Carvana, and Warner Bros. Those are the ones I'm personally most excited for. And let's talk about Nvidia first because they are the most exciting. Where did we leave off? They're up 32% in the past month. They were closer to $550 per share earlier in January 17th, just a month ago, and now they're all the way at $727 per share. Okay, in the last 5 years, they're up an outstanding 1,700%, and they were as low as $39 per share not too long ago. They peaked at $300 per share in 2021 and went as much as falling down to $112 per share in 2022. So from this bottom of 112 to the top of 727 was their biggest rally for the short amount of time. It was about a year and a half. They went on a 500% rally in the last year and a half, and they haven't seen a top yet. Okay, now we did consolidate for a while around $400 to $500 per share. It was a long time. It was from June 2023 all the way to December 2023. So around 6 months, it had that consolidation period, and then it just ended up breaking out recently at the beginning of the year and going on a huge 50% rally. And as we can see, they are one of the largest companies in the world with a market cap of 1.79 trillion. And they also have a PE ratio, by the way, of 95. Okay, which we know with these huge revenue growth companies and exciting companies like Tesla is a good comparison, for example. That doesn't mean that the stock is overvalued. You can't just look at the PE ratio on a stock like this. Now here we can see the trading trends. This is a new feature that Robinhood actually implemented, which is interesting. We can see that a lot of people are buying more than selling, but let's look at hedge funds. Okay, we can see in Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, 2022, and 2023, we can see that the buying is a lot higher than the selling for hedge funds, which is a good thing. But in the most recent quarter that was reported, which was Q4 2023, we actually saw more selling than we did buying, which is an interesting thing to consider. Now, with insiders, same thing. Last few quarters or last few months, we've actually seen more selling than buying with insiders. Very, very interesting. If we view the details and scroll down, we can see that these insiders with the activity going on and the description. So I'll scroll down a little bit. You can pause and the video and look at some of this information yourself, but we will be moving on from that. Let me know if you guys want me to do a little bit deeper in these trading trends next time. Moving on to their historical earnings, we can see the last 4 quarters, they've beat earnings expectations every single time. The last 2 quarters have been the biggest beats in the last 4 quarters. Okay, so there's a good opportunity we can see Nvidia with another surprise beat on the upside. Right now, EPS of $4.50 per share is an extremely profitable company. So this would be a good company to go into. Look at their income statement. Their net income is very impressive. To have a 4.5 EPS expected, that's a very, very good company in my eyes. EPS is very important in the stock market right now also. And in the last 4 quarters, they grew from around a $1 EPS to a $4 EPS. So that's why you can see in the last year they've been on such a big rally, is because their profits and their earnings have been doubling and tripling consistently. So the big question everyone's asking is, can they continue to double and triple their profits? The answer is probably no. It's very unlikely to get to from a $4 EPS to a $10 EPS to a $15 EPS to a $20 EPS. It's unlikely, but it's still possible. So we're probably at an inflection point where we can see Nvidia starting to cool off after these massive, massive quarters. But this earnings statement is very important to see if Nvidia can report a huge surprise to the upside around $5 EPS. Would be amazing. So the headlines on Nvidia stock right now are very split. If we just read a few headlines, we can see Nvidia and the CEO will rock markets this week. Nvidia stock braces for Q4 earnings report. Big pullback could hit Nvidia stock after earnings, Bank of America says. Is a beat likely for Nvidia this earnings season? Nvidia sees several new price target hikes ahead of the quarterly report. Everything Nvidia stock investors need to know before earnings. So unfortunately, we won't be able to read all of these different articles, but the point of me reading these is hopefully some stuck out to you, and on your own time, you go ahead and read some of those articles. If you want to read a specific one, just type in the exact headline with the, like, for example, Yahoo Finance, just type in, is a beat likely for Nvidia this earnings season, Yahoo Finance, and it'll pop up right away. So anyone you want to read another one, Nvidia Q4 preview, a post-earnings correction can be a buying opportunity for Nvidia. Now, this article looked like one of the most unbiased articles, and I was reading through it also. So this is the one we're going to go with, and that's why I picked it. Nvidia set for the most important earnings report of the entire year. To say Nvidia's fiscal fourth quarter earnings report next Wednesday will be closely watched would be an understatement. Nvidia's stock investors are breathlessly waiting to see if the AI chipmaker can keep up with recent runs of big beat and raising reports. It could be the most important earnings in all of tech year to date and possibly the entire stock market. Nvidia is not up 47% year to date to a $1.8 trillion market cap because nobody cares, right? No, everybody cares, so it's going to be a very scrutinized and watched earnings. So right now, analysts expect Nvidia to earn an adjusted $4.59 per share, up 422% year over year. That is unbelievable for a company this size and with the amount of revenue, net income that's coming in already. To be up 422% year over year is unheard of. And that's why the stock, everyone's talking about it, because the question is, can they do it again? Okay. On sales of $20.37 billion, which is expected, and that's up 237%. So their revenue is up 237%. Their net income is up 422%, or their earnings. Okay. In the quarter ending in January 28th, that would be the company's third straight quarter of triple digit percentage growth in sales and earnings. Okay, not one or the other, it's both. And it's not double digit percentage growth. We're talking about triple digit percentage growth for the third straight quarter. That's why everyone's so bullish on Nvidia, and that's why the stock price keeps surging and surging and surging. And sorry for all these advertisements popping up in this article, but we just have to deal with it right now, right? So we do see Loop Capital Analysts joined the party on Thursday, initiating coverage of Nvidia stock with a buy rating with a price target of $1,200. Wow. And a big reason why people are so bullish right now, we are at the front end of a 3 to 5 year GPU compute and Gen AI foundational build across hyperscale. Okay, our work suggests Nvidia's largest customers will be taking everything Nvidia can give them in 2024 and 2023 and beyond, and all the way to 2030. This whole sector is just going to explode, according to analysts. Bank of America Securities analyst on Thursday reiterated his buy rating on Nvidia stock with a price target of $800 per share. Okay, in a note, he said that he wouldn't be surprised to see Nvidia stock pull back after its earnings, given the recent parabolic run-up on the stock. And remember, that could be a buying opportunity for long-term investors. Any potential mismatch versus bullish expectations is likely supply, memory/packaging, rather than demand on competition related. Okay. After Nvidia's fiscal Q4 earning, the next possible catalyst for Nvidia stock will be the company GTC conference for AI developers. GTC will be held March 18th through the 21st, which can be a bullish thing for Nvidia. A bullish weekend or week for Nvidia is likely to preview its next generation B100 GPU platform. So it's extremely exciting with what's going on with Nvidia right now, and this week in the whole stock market is going to be exciting. We see that analysts have around a 2% upside on average on Nvidia stock for around $747 per share on average. And we see a high of 1,200, a low of 560. The lowest analyst is predicting $560 per share in the next 12 months. So if you set your price alerts around 600, 560 per share, that could be a good place to be buying for long term if it ever does get that low again. And that's a big if. As we scroll down, we can see where these analysts are coming from and when they reiterated these price targets. We can see a 3.5-star analyst with an $835 price target reiterated yesterday. We can see a Wells Fargo 5-star analyst and a top 25 analyst right underneath that, both with $850 and $840 price targets, just reiterated 4 days ago also. And we see more 5 and 4-star analysts just recently reiterating these price targets with as high as $1,200 per share. And these top 25 analysts are agreeing that $800 to $850 per share is very likely for Nvidia stock in the next 12 months. So overall, I am bullish on Nvidia and Nvidia earnings. However, I personally would like to see a pullback to around $650, even $600 per share, even $550. We were just there 1 month ago. All right, $550 per share. So it's not out of this world, out of this question for Nvidia to reach those prices once again. So personally, I have price alerts for $550, $600 for long term. Okay, this is going to be for long-term price alerts in investment accounts. Overall, I wouldn't doubt Nvidia. They're a stock that's blown away expectations every single time, and they've proved all the haters wrong, and bears have been, kicking themselves in the butt because they are wrong. Bears are wrong, okay? On Nvidia at least, but look at Tesla. Tesla's a good stock to compare to Nvidia. Tesla had the same kind of run-up, and now their Tesla stock is consolidating. They've dipped down. Okay, so for something like that to happen in Nvidia, it's probably very likely. So if you want to see how Nvidia stock is going to play out in the future, my best advice is look at Tesla stock, study the charts on Tesla stock, look at the time frames, look at the run-ups, when it's had its run-ups, how long it's been went on a run for, how much percent gains it's had. It's very comparable to Nvidia in my opinion, and I think we can learn a lot about Nvidia by looking at Tesla stock charts and breakouts and the things that Tesla stock has been doing in the past. So I hope you guys really loved that video and appreciated it. Me taking out my time from my holiday, President's Day, my day off, to make this video for you guys. And of course, I love doing it, and that's why I do it each and every week for you guys. As long as you keep liking these videos, I'll keep making them for you. It's that simple. If you guys want to join my private trading group and my stock market family, the best stock market family on the entire internet, click on success number 9, click on success number 8, 7, 6, thousands and thousands of success stories at this point with students who knew absolutely nothing about the stock market, absolutely nothing about option trading, and they join my course. They become an expert in a very short amount of time, breaking it down simplest and easiest, most effective way for you. I also post signals with what I'm buying, when I'm buying, earnings polls, what the best thing for earnings to do, option calls, strike prices, expiration dates. So it takes the hassle out of everything and it automates it for you so you can make money on repeat time and time again, just like all these other students are doing. The daily stock market, thanks for your hints and gain posts. I have started trading 3 months with 12K investment and gained 1,300 in profit. Okay, we have another one up 14% on just one day. Okay, thanks for all the help. Alec the man, Amazon, we can see up 28% just from one trade, up $500. And the list goes on and on and on. So feel free to read through some of those positive testimonials yourself. Message me on Instagram. It's that simple. All you got to do is shoot me a DM and I'll get back to you with an application so that way I can learn the most about you, the most effective way. And I'll shoot you over my website. And if it makes sense to you and it's inside your budget, let's go ahead and make some money in the stock market together. Thank you guys one last time for all the love and support, not only on YouTube, but also on Instagram. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.